Well, it's the first Monday of March 2015, and this is the first Monday recording from the Office of the Vice Provost for Outreach and Engagement. It's also week 8 of the academic term on campus, and the reason I know that is I've just taken a lunch hour and gone to the Dixon Rec Center for a workout, and it was posted there. Normally, many of us, at least in this division, don't govern our work by the academic calendar. I'd like to acknowledge and thank those that responded to my last request to tell me what books you're reading. I've been able to add a couple of new ones to my reading list. I appreciate that. And being thoughtful about this workout that I've just come back from, and this was a bicycle workout. Made me wonder what some of my colleagues do to maintain their kind of physical grounding. So if you care to respond to this blog and share with me and with each other a little bit what you do to maintain some kind of physical fitness. See, much of my activities in the last month since the February recording have been involved with policy making, policy development. You would expect that with the legislature in session. Most recently, we've had a bill developed by Senator Roeblen to provide the $16 million that was requested for the statewide public services, and we'll look forward to having that bill heard tentatively for the first time on the the 10th of March. That would be in Salem. There have been some other bills dropped, though, that we didn't see kind of coming toward us, one of which spoke to state regulations for online providers of education that will impact really all providers of education. This is something that's been underway nationwide for quite some time, where states have various abilities to require registration of schools that are not located in the state but doing online education. There was also a bill that would essentially more than double Extension's budget to provide us with $44 million in the biennium to recreate the historic and successful outdoor school. It's a week-long residential camp for 6th graders. It's been heard a single time and is kind of moving along, probably find its way to Ways and Means and be amended several times, but it's clearly one that we're watching and that I'll be sure to report back on. Just this week, there are 3 bills that relate to juniper harvest and utilization impacting a good number of eastern Oregon counties, and naming the College of Forestry and the Extension Service, among others that have a role to play in that kind of policy. At the federal level, you might know that the President has released his budget with some meaningful progress for the National Institute of Food and Agriculture, our federal agency partner. And now it moves to Congress, where the actual appropriations will be determined. Next week, I'll join one of our citizen CARET members. CARET is the Council of Agriculture, Research, Extension, and Teaching, and we'll be in Washington, D.C. Talking to other land-grant university leaders and spending some time on the Hill describing the benefits of the federal investment in the work that we do. And internally, we've developed some new policy related to the extension relationship to Oregon's community colleges. This is based after some of our inaugural work with the Open Campus activities and our Office of Enrollment Management here on campus. And so we've created a one-pager that talks about the ways in which we can relate systematically to community colleges and collaborate on some services to local people. So if you're interested in that, you could email me or make a request on the blog, or even go to the Enrollment Services webpage where you can find that particular fact sheet posted. Let's see, also since the last monthly update, I've had a chance to talk with the Higher Education Coordinating Commission, another policy-oriented body. This is a commission appointed by the governor that forwards budget recommendations on behalf of all of higher education. That means the 7 public universities and community colleges. And we spoke to them about what I called community engagement, trying to help them move beyond the kind of the historic thinking of the 3 missions being teaching, research, and service, to having them think more about learning, discovery, and engagement. And so we talked about community engagement with a lot of positive response. We continue to move our work around experiential learning opportunities for matriculated OSU students to make their way out to our extension offices and experiment stations. We're working with Kay Sagmiller, the director of the Center for Teaching and Learning, to do that. So you should anticipate some additional work around that whole enterprise, kind of bracketed by the university strategic plan that emphasizes student success as a very meaningful priority. This week I'll be reading the nominations for the Vice Provost Awards for Excellence. We have a large number of great nominations, so it will be fun, as always, to distribute $1,000 checks to those great exemplars of outreach and engagement programming that we want to hold up at the awards lunch on Monday, April 13th. Later this afternoon, I'm talking to a group where we're continuing our investment and leadership around this project that we've called One Oregon. It relates to the interdependence between urban and rural audiences. And I'm hopeful to launch the next little phase of that in order to combine what we know about some of our communities and counties and to ask some of our students to help through an experiential opportunity to do some work at kind of knitting together some of the values and the opportunities between both rural and urban counties. And finally, we're preparing to send a team, this will be the 6th or 7th year, to the National Outreach and Engagement Academy. It's offered by Virginia Tech back on the East Coast, and this particular team that will go in June is led by the university's librarian, Faye Chadwell, and the focus will be on digital asset management and its role in engagement. So I hope you can tell from this kind of quick laundry list of things that are in my to-do list that we continue to make some very interesting progress. We're reacting to some opportunities, especially in the legislature, and this is part of the reason why I take a break every once in a while and go down to the Dixon Center and work out. I hope you do the same thing, and if you do and want to talk about it, make an entry on the blog. I'll look forward to reading what you put in there. Thanks. Have a great month.